Well, guys, once again, good afternoon. Welcome to our session. Bueno, como siempre, nos vamos acercando al final. De alguna manera, como ya estamos acostumbrados pues al ritmo que tiene, permítame, voy arreglando acá, nuestro curso, aspectos a tener en cuenta. Primero, bueno, ya ayer hablamos de lo referente a la organización de los grupos del proyecto. Espero pues ojalá entre todas las ocupaciones que ustedes tienen logren organizarse, cómo van a estar trabajando. Yo el lunes, digamos que oficialmente, le voy a enviar un correo con la información de los parámetros de la presentación, aunque desde el primer día ya les había contado, pero quizás ustedes querrán algo mucho más en detalle, que hablaremos también de esos parámetros en la sesión número 8, ya que en la sesión número 9 es la presentación del proyecto, entonces como para mantener un protocolo, por decirlo de alguna manera. También, entonces, en la sesión número 8, como para que no quede en un correo toda la información, les enviaré la información de lo referente a los parámetros de la prueba. Esa información también está en nuestra carpeta de materiales, pero como siempre, digamos para que se mantenga el protocolo de toda la presentación, etcétera. Vamos a hacerle una revisión a eso el día de la sesión número 9. Entonces, primero tenemos las presentaciones y luego pasamos a mirar los parámetros del examen para que luego, como siempre, intento la sesión 10 solo sea tomar asistencia y examen, para que todo el tiempo quede volcado exclusivamente a eso y no robarles como minutos como tal. Simplemente como ese típico recordatorio, ya que pues hoy es viernes y bueno, eh, se nos acumulan todas las cosas para la próxima semana. Ya en el aula virtual, espero también estén avanzando. No sé si quizás tengan alguna pregunta al respecto. Ya Karen había enviado una. No sé si hay algo más que quieran preguntar, revisar. Vamos bien. Listo. Well, guys, let's begin. I was waiting also like trying to ask you a few things just in terms of the attendance, but there are for the moment 13 of you, and well, that means that anyway, we have to start. Let me my recordings. Bueno, entonces vamos a tomar asistencia y obviamente pues pasaremos a lo que nos interesa nuestro tema de la noche. Karen Victoria.
Presente.
Ok. Steven Santiago.
Present.
Ok. Sergio David. Not here for the moment. André Felipe. Cierto. Kiara Lisette. Not here for the moment. Jorge Jair.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Diego Fernando. Not here. Dana Valentina. No sé todavía. Manuel Ortiz.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Give me a second. Listo. Joan Sebastián. Not here for the moment. Beatriz Omaira.
Present, Miss.
Ok. Hamilton. Bueno, Hamilton acabo de ingresar. Xiomara Caterine.
Present teacher.
Okay. Jessica Paula.
Present teacher.
Okay. Caterina Alexandra.
Present miss.
Okay. Marlon Yesit.
Present teacher.
Okay. Mendy Fabián.
Present teacher.
Okay. Manuel Alberto.
Present teacher.
Okay. Karen Juliet.
Present.
Okay. María Alejandra.
Present teacher.
Okay. Vanessa Zambrano.
Present teacher.
Okay. Natalia Navarro.
Present.
Okay. Let me clarify. I saw that Sergio is here, right?
teacher.
Sergio Gomez.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Sergio and Hamilton. As you wrote in the chat. Los arreglo acá. Entonces, no están. Bueno. This is the guy who decided to continue. No está Kiara Lizeth Martínez. Diego Fernando Olarte. Dana Valentina Ortiz. Joan Sebastián. Well, anyway, they still have like 5 minutes. So hopefully they can take part of the session without like having an impact on the attendance. And well, we'll see. Well, guys, today we will be working on our unit 13. That would be pages 116 and 117. As you already noticed, probably just by having a look at the information that we have in here, it is going to be related to a grammatical component. We will be talking about a continuous tense, present perfect continuous. Probably you already noticed that while we continue with our sessions, the topics in terms of grammar get a little bit, I wouldn't say complex, I would say more demanding with more extra elements to take into account. So it's very important that we pay attention to those little things and most importantly, to start including them into the different range of, let's say, grammatical possibilities and structures that we already have. We already feel comfortable with certain, let's say, grammatical combinations, but there are others that we need to start using. Remember, guys, that we are about to start B.1, and that is like a very important level because that means that you feel like more comfortable talking about more complex issues. And how we do that? Implementing, let's say, extra characteristics and not, let's say, the plain that we tend to use the most. Well, guys, I took these questions from the book, the first part. They are just the ones that we have in here. In the book, it says like to do it in groups, but we're gonna do it like the whole group as we usually do at the beginning of the sessions. I'm gonna read the instructions for you. It says, read the following questions, take some notes, and be ready to share with the whole group. There are 2 questions. Probably you can talk from your experience, or probably you can talk based on what your friends have shared. That's up to you. What do you think is difficult about sharing a flat with other people, and why? Remember that flat, it's like a synonym of apartment, just like the difference will be British and American, but at the end of the day, we're talking about the same topic. Question number 2, what are the 3 most important personal characteristics of a flatmate and why? As I was telling you, the idea, guys, is that, as usual, what we do with these questions at the beginning, you're going to take some notes. Notice that we're talking about very specific ideas, what is difficult, and 3 personal characteristics that for you are like a must for a person that you would be, or for a person who's sharing an apartment and a flat, whatever you prefer. And of course, as usual, the idea that you're going to share your ideas with the whole group. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to think of the possible answers of your questions. Guys, do you have any questions about the instructions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay. I take your
No
silence
question.
as you don't have questions. Thank you very much. Let me give access to some people in here. 5 minutes, guys, remember. Take some notes. I'm gonna ask 5 of you to share your answers. Okay, guys, thumbs up. As I was saying, I'm going to choose 5 of you to share your ideas, hopefully from different perspectives, different experiences, and also, well, different ages. Mandy, I would like to start with you. What would be the answers of these 2 questions?
Okay, teacher. When you sharing a flat with another person, you need the person are or is organized
Mhm.
for don't have problems, and the most important characteristics are organized. Well, are be
Organization?
yes, the
Ah, okay.
organization for
Mhm.
me.
Of course. Mhm. That is 1, and the other 2, because remember that the second question is 3, important personal characteristics. So 1 would be organization. What about
Okay,
the other 2?
in the personal, be honest
Mhm.
and self motivate.
Self-motivation.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, that is an interesting characteristic. Okay, Mandy. Thank you very
Okay.
much. I would like to ask Natalia.
Yes, teacher. In my opinion, the most difficult to find someone is because something, for me, for example, it's important that people be responsible,
Responsible.
yes, and organized.
Organized. Good.
And the most important personal characteristics,
Mhm.
organized, honest,
Organization
organization, honest,
would be
and
honesty,
responsible. And responsible.
responsibility. Okay, Natalia, thank you. Guys, in this second part, talking about the characteristics, like my corrections in these cases, like for Mandy and Natalia, is because of the, let's say the grammatical category, we need the nouns. We can say that the person is responsible. So that means that the person has this characteristic, which is responsibility. That would be it. Let's see the chat. Okay, Sebastian, you weren't on my list for the moment. Be safe. I would like to ask Kiara.
Hi, teacher.
Hello. So what do you think?
I think the most important personal characteristics are reliable.
Reliability.
Yes, reliability. Um, Honesty.
Mhm.
Maybe organicity.
Organization.
Organization.
Okay. Yeah, like finding the suffix, it's complicated, you know, it's not that easy. I have to accept that, Kiara. And the first question, Kiara, what is difficult about sharing a flatmate with other people? What do you think? I don't know if you've lived that experience. You can talk about from your
I
life, you know.
think, yes, I think it's difficult because you share
Sure.
your intimacy
Intimacy.
and you you should share your security.
Mhm.
Um, you you should know very well the other person. If you are living, see, if you are living with other person.
Good, Kiara, thank you. Just one thing of organization. You should know the other person very well. Absolutely, general ideas, like the meaning that you are pointing out, you are absolutely right. You have to share. That's like the thing. Let's see a different perspective from a guy. Marlon, what about you?
At the first question, I think that is difficult because all people have different customers.
Okay,
That's
true.
And you share a space with other people, and this como digo, como esto es un choque, no sé, como un
This is a
choque
clash. Clash
de
is choking.
this is a
Clash.
clutch. This is
Yeah,
a,
I
this
want
is
to
a
write it in
clutch.
the chat.
This is a clutch. For many reasons. For example, how how the person or the people cook, and if he or she is inorganized,
Disorganized.
disorganized, and dirty, and for these reasons. What are the three most important characteristics? I think that for me is organized,
Organization.
organization, honest,
Honesty.
honesty, yes. Maybe open, o sí, open, yes. Como abierto, como relajado, algo así. No sé cómo se dirá eso.
Well, I'm sure that, well, relaxed wouldn't be in this case, but there is a better way to talk about someone that is, well, when you say open, maybe open-minded could be an idea in the case of open.
No, como
No?
relajado, no, es como relajado.
And you want to use well, it's not relaxed. I'm struggling with that one. I will remember that in a moment. Okay, Marlon, thank you. Laid back. Yes, that's the one.
Me, I
Yes.
think Marlon is talking about easy going.
Easygoing. Easygoing people. Very good. Yeah, that was another one. Thank you for helping me remembering that one. One more. Sergio, what about you?
Teacher, I think in the first one is about the respect for the other. Maybe with the space in the flat.
Okay, that's way too important. Totally agree with you.
And the second one, the same like the others. Honestly,
Honesty.
responsibility, and respect.
Okay. Very good, guys. Thank you very much. I hope that I can ask more of you later. If some of you also have to repeat, I hope that you don't mind. Well, guys, let me go back to the book a little bit. Well, I'm sure that you already noticed that on pages 116, well, for the moment 116, here we have some information about finding a flatmate. Okay. Here we have some people. Let me read the instruction for you. It says two friends, Mary and Tom, are looking for another flatmate. what you're going to do now, that you're going to read the emails that these 3 people sent, okay? But we're going to do it a little bit different to what it was, let's say, suggested in the book. Guys, I'm gonna send you to breakout rooms, and you're going to organize the information from the emails into the following chart. First, of course, you're going to write down the name, the age and the nationality, the experience that they have shared in a flat, and based on the information that they are sharing, you are going to write down the positive qualities and also the negative qualities. You will notice that in their emails, they are describing their attitudes, the activities that they usually do, how they behave, in the flat. So based on that information, and of course, some other characteristics are a little bit more evident, you are going to decide which are positive qualities and which are negative qualities. After you complete the chart and after you analyze the information, then you are going to decide which of those 3 you consider as a group is the best flatmate and why, okay? For the moment, this is about your opinion based on the information that is being presented here on the 3 emails, okay? Of course, when we get back, all of you guys, well, in each group, of course, you will present your final conclusions. First, we're going to check the information of the chart, of course, and then we'll see the perspective of each group. If you actually agree with the final answer that we have from the guys of the book, or maybe you had a different opinion. But first, complete the chart with the emails and choose the best flatmate, based on the information that is given in the emails. Guys, any questions about the instructions? Question?
No, miss.
Perfect. Well, there is one person here that is iPhone. I forgot who usually iPhone is. Valentina? No. Mandy, maybe. Okay, let me organize the groups. As usual, the slides you will be working on depends on the group that you are assigned to. Okay. Let me send it first. Let me make the adjustment also for you guys so you can share a screen. That will be it. There are no repeated names tonight, right? No. Let me see. Sorry, I'm just making adjustments because I'm trying to remember the ones that have problem with their microphone so they don't end up in a group of 2 people. That is basically my intention. Okay. Guys, in total, you will have 15 minutes. Remember, complete the chart. All of you have the book, so you have access to the information of the emails. And don't forget to talk about which is the flatmate that actually they should choose. Let's begin. Okay, guys, welcome back. Let's refresh our memory about the activity that you were doing. The idea was to read the emails that some people interested in the flat sent. So the two guys, Mary and Tom, were analyzing the information in order to decide which one was the best. In this case, the idea was for you to, let's say, read the emails, classify the information into these different aspects, and then to decide which flatmate actually Mary and Tom should choose, okay? Let's have a look at your charts. Let's start with group number 1. What information did you get from Fabio, please? Xiomara, Santiago, Karen, and Manuela. I'm going to ask Manuela to read that part of the information.
Which part, teacher? Sorry.
What you got from Fabio.
Okay. Oh, he's 25 years old. He's Brazilian.
Mhm.
Sorry. He doesn't have experience sharing a flat.
Mhm.
The positive qualities is easygoing, sociable, good salary. He wants to do the warehouse for itself, and he have an average, I don't know how to say, average age.
Average is okay.
Como edad
Mhm.
promedio. Okay. And the
Mhm.
negative qualities is no experience sharing flats, doesn't do the warehouse at the moment. And that's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's have a look at group number 2. Well, let me have a look. What you're still making some like corrections, right? Be careful with the spelling, with the commas in group number 1, but I know that you're still like polishing those aspects. Okay, let's have a look at group number 2. We have Sergio, Valentina, Santiago, and Marlon. Let's see. I'm reading from the first part. What about Annika? But in the second group, sorry for the noise. Well, that's okay. Valentina. Tell us the information that you guys got from Annika. Valentina.
Sorry, miss, I didn't hear. She from Czech Republic and have 22 years old. She had of experience sharing a flat. She had 2 years of experience renting your own flat. Positive qualities. She's very reliable and can cook. And negative qualities. She needs practice, play the piano around 8 hours or day.
A day. It will be a day. Let me check one thing because I don't get why in group number 2 we have Santiago Fonseca, but it's not Sebastián Pavón. Santiago was in group number 1, but he wasn't in group. I guess you
Teacher,
confused the
Creo que fue,
names, right?
teacher, es que creo que fue mi error, que no estaba viendo la pantalla los nombres
pero sí, no, a nosotros nos salía Santiago ahí, pero no, nunca.
¿Era Santiago? Sí.
Sí,
No.
pero nunca apareció, sí, pero ahí está, o sea, salía literalmente en el grupo.
No, Santiago was in group number 1. Look, here is his name. But okay, yeah. But so that means that Sebastian was in the group? Because if he didn't notice the problem with the name. Well, your silence is the answer that I need. One thing, Valentina. You said Anika have. Remember that the H is what the verb to be. Anika has. Okay. Arnica is, sorry, my mistake, 22 years old, not with the verb of possession, which is have. We need the verb to be. And in this case, she needs to practice. Let's use to, probably just to separate the two verbs. Keep that in mind. We can't just need practice all by itself. Yeah, I don't know, Sebastian was not here. There, sorry. Group number 3, so we don't get confused. We have Karen, Jorge, and Kiara Martinez. Karen, what information can you share about Liam?
Liam is from Ireland and he is 28 years old. He likes being alone. He will share the housework and he can fix any problem with your computer free of charge. Also, he earns good money and he needs some space to keep a few computers.
Okay, very good. That was the idea of Liam. Let me have a look at the group, sorry, for Beatriz, Catherine, and Natalia. Well, I'm sure that the other 3 groups, 4, 5, and 6, already compared the answer. Just having a look at your charts in case there is something extra. Well, a few things, but in general, all of you guys share the ideas. Don't forget the second question. Which person do you think sounds the best flatmate? And of course, the idea that you share why. Catherine, after reading the emails, classifying the information, and of course, discussing with your group, which of the 3 is the best flatmate?
We think that Liam is the best option because he's an independent person and we can give him a study room and he making noise.
He's making noise?
Yes. He isn't making noise.
He isn't. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say. But what?
Because Anika is very noisy. Because she needs, noisy, because she needs practice a lot. Yeah, a lot. And Fabio is dependent person.
Okay. Thank you, group number 3, for sharing your ideas. Let's see how different or similar the choice of group number 5 is. Yes, sorry?
Teacher, in this moment, I can write the second question. I don't problem the write, or is necessary write the
Write it down. Yeah, Beatriz, please write it down. Well, you already shared your idea, but please write it down.
Okay.
Yes, Miss, es que nos está dando problema para escribir la respuesta ahí.
Okay. Don't worry. Eventually, I hope that it gets fixed. But yeah, I want you to write your answer down. Let me know later if you could or couldn't. Number 5, we have Mandy, Fabian, and Jessica. In general, the chart is very complete as well. Which person do you think sounds like the best flatmate, Manuel? After the discussion, what did you decide, guys?
We decide the best flatmate is Fabio because he's sociable and easygoing person, and for sure he will be an excellent flatmate.
Okay. Well, 2 important characteristics, and that would be right.
And we don't need him to do anything for us, just paying his rent.
That's all that we need.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at group number 6, Maria Vega, Hamilton, and Vanessa. Hamilton, what do you think? The best flatmate that Mary and Tom should choose?
Teacher, I agree with the last person because I think Lian can, for example, help the flatmate with her computer in case of how do you say problem with any problem with for example my computer, and the second person is very
Noisy.
Noisy, excuse me, and the first is a person very dependent or his own.
It's very dependent on his own. Yeah, that's the truth. Okay, so for the moment, group number 6 said Liam. Group number 5 said Fabio. Group number 4 said Liam. Let's have a look at group number 3. Jorge. You
Yes.
guys, which is the chosen one?
We have chosen our new flatmate to Liam because he's a quiet and hardworking person. He will help to clean the house or the flat, and the most important quality of a person it's that she to be clean, and he will fix any problem with our computers free of chairs.
Of charge.
Charge.
Okay, very good. He's a quiet person. Hear these words. Okay. Very good. Yeah, those things with computers are very expensive. That actually would be a really good idea to have someone to fix things. Well, he said like for free, but like in exchange of something related to the rent, right? But that would be it. Group number 2. Well, I already asked you about Annika, but now, guys, what I'm asking you, although you already read, is about the person that you chose. Well, Sergio, tell us, which is the best flatmate for you? Sergio? Did he leave? Okay, he's not here, but I saw him a few seconds ago. Well, we'll see. So Valentina. No, you already answered. Sorry, well, Marlon, now it's your turn then. The person that you chose, guys.
Excuse me, teacher, can you repeat?
Sure. Well, one thing, the first part was to complete the chart, right? And then you guys as a group, the idea was to decide which of the 3 was like the best choice to be a flatmate for Mary and Tom. So which one? Fabio, Annika, or Liam?
Okay, we choose Fabio because although Don is independent, he is easygoing and sociable, and he likes talk a lot, and maybe can a good partner. And additional, he earn good salary.
Okay, Marla, thank you very much. Okay, check some things of, the grammatical component. Remember that when you are going to make a negative statement with the verb to be is isn't, don't is, no existe, dilas ahí. And you say he likes talking. I get that you mean talking. Well, just like polish the idea in terms of spelling and grammar. That would be it. And group number 1, you
Teacher,
already...
discúlpame, ahí sería
Sure.
arriba, likes talking, o sea, le gusta hablar o le gusta, ahí cómo se diría, likes talking, ¿está bien dicho?
Sí, señor. Yeah, because we have to make a transformation to the second verb. We have 2 possibilities. We can say likes to talk or likes talking.
Likes talk.
We
Okay,
need
okay.
like to make something in terms of transformation. Talking would be more common, but to talk it's also grammatically correct.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay, Marlon, thank you very much. And well, group number 1, you guys already read the information about Fabio, but now you are going to share the information of, from your perspective, the one who should be Mary's and Tom's new flatmate. Xiomara, what about you?
Yes, teacher. We think that Fabio is the best playmate because he is going and he are a good salary. The economy is an important point.
Okay, absolutely. Well, at the end of the day, if you are going to have a flatmate, it's because of the money, right? Not just because of the friendship. He is the best flatmate because he easygoing. He is easygoing, okay? And well, I forgot this also from the previous group. He earns a good salary because it's third person. We have to add the S. Well, you already remember all the grammatical rules that we need like to keep in mind, right? Nice, very good. Thank you for sharing your ideas. For the moment, just like to clarify, let's say the different decisions that you made. We have group number 1, number 2, and number 5, you chose Fabio. Group number 4 and number 3, you chose Liam. And number 4, number 3, and number 6. So nobody shows Annika. So we can see somehow like there are 2 teams. Let's see actually who the winner is, because now we're going to listen to Mary and Tom and they are discussing, which of this person is going to be their classmate. We're going to see if the answer that they share is actually the same as the one that you chose, guys. Okay, so we're gonna listen twice anyway. The idea is that we pay attention to all the details that they provide. And guys, let's see, do you think they've made the right decision? Why or why not? Of course, you are going to answer this question after we listen. So let's see the person that they chose, and let's see if their answer or their decision was similar to yours. Guys, any questions about the instructions?
Yes,
So no questions.
none questions.
That's better. Good. Let's listen twice.
Unit 13, Recording 1.
So, Tom, we've got these emails from 3 people here, and we need to decide which one is best. What do you think?
Yes, well, let's see. Fabio sounds like a nice person. He's easygoing and he likes people. That's a good start.
True, and he is earning money, but he's been living with his aunt for 3 years, and before that, I suppose he was living with his parents. It sounds like he might not be very good at doing the housework and things.
You could be right. Well, Annika says she can cook and sounds quite reliable, but 4 to 8 hours of piano practice, that could become annoying.
Oh, I don't know. I think it might be nice. She's been playing since she was 3, so I'm sure she's really good.
Well, let's see. What about Liam?
Liam, Well, it's hard to tell, I think. I mean, he sounds hard-working and everything, and would probably share the housework, as he says, but I don't think he would be very easy to share with, and the flat would be full of computers.
Yes, but it could be good to have someone to fix our computers. And also, if he keeps himself to himself, well, that's quite good too.
Oh, no. I'd like someone a bit more sociable, like Fabio.
Okay, well, let's think then. Not Annika. I'm not sure I could stand the piano.
Okay, if that's how you feel. Fabio or Liam, then? I think Fabio.
But, as you said, he might not be very good at housework and things.
Well, I think that's okay. I'd prefer someone sociable. And I don't really want the flat full of computers.
Okay, then, let's go with Fabio. But we'll have to make some rules about cooking and cleaning and things.
Let's listen again.
Unit 13, Recording 1.
So, Tom, we've got these emails from 3 people here, and we need to decide which one is best. What do you think?
Yes, well, let's see. Fabio sounds like a nice person. He's easygoing and he likes people. That's a good start.
True, and he is earning money, but he's been living with his aunt for 3 years, and before that, I suppose he was living with his parents. It sounds like he might not be very good at doing the housework and things.
You could be right. Well, Annika says she can cook and sounds quite reliable, but 4 to 8 hours of piano practice, that could become annoying.
Oh, I don't know. I think it might be nice. She's been playing since she was 3, so I'm sure she's really good.
Well, let's see. What about Liam?
Liam, well, it's hard to tell, I think. I mean, he sounds hard-working and everything, and would probably share the housework, as he says, but I don't think he would be very easy to share with, and the flat would be full of computers.
Yes, but it could be good to have someone to fix our computers. And also, if he keeps himself to himself, well, that's quite good too.
Oh, no. I'd like someone a bit more sociable, like Fabio.
Okay, well, let's think then. Not Annika. I'm not sure I could stand the piano.
Okay, if that's how you feel. Fabio or Liam, then? I think Fabio.
But, as you said, he might not be very good at housework and things.
Well, I think that's okay. I'd prefer someone sociable. And I don't really want the flat full of computers.
Okay then, let's go with Fabio. But we'll have to make some rules about cooking and cleaning and things.
Okay, so we have already listened to their decision just to make sure that we got all the same information. Beatriz, who did they choose?
Repeat, teacher, who
did they choose? Like, which is the final decision that they made?
Okay, the decision Fabio.
Okay.
And my group, Liam.
Yeah, your group shows Liam. So group number 1, number 2, and number 5. You guessed just like, I forget always their names, Maddie and Tom. And the ones about Liam, well, of course, everybody has a different opinion, right? It is not like all of you had to agree exactly what they were saying. You analyzed the information, and that was what they chose, okay? The revolution is now, Manuela, okay. Well, guys, as you already noticed from the beginning of this session, we said that we were going to talk about a grammatical component, and in this case, we're talking about present perfect continuous. So notice how the information and the tenses, let's say, becomes a little bit more complex in terms of, 1, the combinations, and 2nd, the ideas that they convey. When we're talking about present perfect continuous, we're talking about an unspecified time between before and now. Basically, it keeps the essence of present perfect. That idea doesn't change, you know? We already know that present perfect talks about that, let's say, moment in time. What is going to be maybe like the difference, probably compared to present perfect? In this case, we care as well in the process and not only the result. That usually that would be like the idea of present perfect. To put it into other words, we want to see the progress of an event. We want to see the progress of an action. It is not like an obligation, of course, to use it all the time, but the intention is that we can see that the event or the action that we're talking about is going on. There are two words that are, let's say, a key point when we're using present perfect continuous and are for and since. They are helping us to recognize somehow could be or the period of time or the point when an action started. For it's always for a period of time, you know, and when we're talking about a period of time, we can have many possibilities. We can say 5 minutes, 2 weeks, 6 years. Basically, for means from the beginning of the period to the end of the period. We can have like a very specific look to a range. Since basically is telling us a moment when any action started. We can say, for example, since 9 o'clock, since the 1st of January, since Monday. And the idea of since is that, okay, that was from that moment until now. When we're talking about expressions, of course, there are many. Here we have just like a bunch of examples for you, like to maybe have a better idea or a clear picture of what that is. And in terms of in which moment we use it, we can say that for it is okay with all tenses. Since is more common with perfect tenses. I'm not telling you that it's only for perfect tenses because that would be a huge lie. I'm just telling you that it is more common for perfect tenses, precisely because it is somehow letting us know a point when an action started. You might be wondering like, okay, but how are those sentences? When we say present perfect continuous, what are they? First of all, remember, actions that started in the past and continue in the present, which is the same essence of present perfect simple. But remember, when we use continuous, it's because we want to present or we want to point out the progression of the action. For example, she has been waiting for you all day. And when we read this statement, she has been waiting for you all day, we can also understand like it is an implicit idea that this person is still waiting now. The person started waiting at some point in the past, in which moment we don't know, and the person is still waiting at this point in present. Notice the combination to make the statements. As you already know, in all perfect tenses, we need has or have. And now that we're talking about progression, we need this version of the verb to be, being. You already know that in present simple, we use is, we use are, we use am, right? But in this case, it's a perfect tense. And you know, guys, that with perfect tenses, we use the verbs in past participle. And then, of course, we need the other verb, the main verb, with ing in order to know the progression of the action. That's the one that we care about. Let's have a look at second example. It says, I've been working on this report since 8 o'clock this morning. Once again, when we read that statement, like the second idea or the implicit intention is that I still haven't finished because I started at 8 o'clock, notice since, using this word to point out that moment in the past when I started, but I still continue working on that. And we can see that the action is still in progress. It's ongoing. And one more. They have been traveling since last October. Once again, what is like the intention that we can get from that idea? They're not home yet. They are still in that process. Once again, notice how since is being used, stating that moment in time when the action started. And when we read the statement, we see that it's still in progress. Don't forget now the three elements that we need. Have or has, been, and of course the ing. Without ing, we don't have any type of progression. It's very important that we keep that in mind. And well, in some cases, we are more interested in the results, but at the end of the day, keeps the same essence. The action have just finished, just like in a few moments ago. For example, she's been cooking since last night, and the food on the table looks delicious. It's been raining. We see the streets are all wet. It's very important, guys, before I ask you if you have any question, something that probably you already know. And there are some verbs that we can't use in continuous form. We can't, literally in a negative form, assume that all the verbs are continuous. That is not correct to assume. Usually the verbs that are related to states or feelings have to be used in simple forms. Simple forms mean present simple, past simple, or present perfect. For example, I've wanted to visit China for years. In English, we can't say I've been wanting or she's been knowing because these verbs are considered states or like you are or you aren't. So using them in progressive form is not correct. Keep that in mind. Not only in present perfect continuous, but any continuous form. We have to use them only in simple forms. Let me get back. Well, guys, tell me questions from these parts. Tell me the combination, the idea.
Now, teacher, okay, can I take a screenshot from the sections? I think
Sure.
those are good ones.
Yeah, anyway, remember that I also upload this in case that you miss that screenshot. I will upload it eventually to the material thing folder. Nothing, the folder that we have.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Okay. Yeah, guys, it is pretty much similar to present perfect. Remember that what we are doing, let me get back to the examples. What we are doing is to present a progression on the action, right? You can say she's waited and it's okay. But when we say she's been waiting, now we can somehow see the progression of the action. But in terms of the tense and in terms of the general idea, we can say that the action started in the past and still continues in present. It's pretty much like that, okay? Well, guys, let's practice then. Let's go back to the book. Let me zoom in. Let me share the screen once again with you. Let me see the chat. Manuela, what do you mean? Sorry, it's the same message that you sent a few minutes ago. I saw a message, but now I don't see it.
Sorry, teacher. It's because the woman decide or the woman take the decision.
Okay. I know, but I thought that you had sent it again. So it said, okay, maybe I'm missing something, but not the message that was sent. Someone already erased it, so I couldn't see. Okay, don't worry. Guys, notice in this case now we're talking about page 117. The instruction is very specific, right? Questions about Fabio, Annika, and Liam using how long and the prompts, okay? Of course, as you can imagine, based on the topic, the grammatical component that we are studying tonight, the idea is that you create the questions using present perfect continuous. Look at this example that we have in here. It says Fabio live with his aunt. Remember, all questions begin with how long. So that would be the first part, how long. Then we need the auxiliary, of course, has, because Fabio is third person. Been living with his aunt, question mark. So from number 1 to number 5, with the information that we have in here, you are going to create questions similar to the one that we have here in the example. Okay, that's the intention. Make sure that your questions, and of course I need to clarify, are in present perfect continuous. Of course, in real life, we could create questions in past simple, present perfect, like other tenses from past, you know, that anyway will help us to get the idea that we want. But remember the intention, guys, to practice this new, I'm going to say new, but I'm sure that you already knew it, this grammatical component, and that you start like feeling a little bit more comfortable with it. That is going to be the idea, okay? So 5 questions. Don't forget how they should start. All of them start with how long and make sure that they have present perfect continuous. I'm gonna give you, well, guys, I'm talking about only part 1A, okay? Do you have any questions?
No, teacher.
That would be it. Pretty simple, but anyway, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes for you to check the spelling and stuff, and then we check. Starting now. Okay, guys, thumbs up. Let's see the questions. Remember, for the moment, the idea is to use present perfect continuous. Hamilton, what about question number 2? How would that one be? Hamilton? Well, he left for a moment. So, Jorge, what do you have in number 2?
How long has Annika been renting her own flat?
Very good. That would be it. Karen Juliet, what about number 3?
How long has Annika been playing the piano?
That's it. Karen Victoria, number 4.
How long has Liam been living in the UK?
Very good. And we finish with number 5, Kiara.
And how long has Liam been working in computers?
Yeah, computers. That depends on the type of pronunciation that you prefer. Great. Just to make sure, guys, I think that the answers get here. Yes. These would be the answers, probably for the ones that maybe had any problem with connection. But the aspects, let's say, are pretty much the same. You know, like the essence of the grammatical structure doesn't change. Well, WH question, the auxiliary, depending, in this case, we were talking about third person. That is why we need has. Being is going to be the key point in terms of this is a perfect tense, because now we need to see the progression. Working, you know that we add ing. That's it. In the case of rent, the same thing. We already know that when the verb finishes with E, we need to eliminate it. And we already had working from the previous part. And well, guys, to finish, we're going to do exercise B. But just to make sure that all of us have the opportunity to answer questions, don't forget the group that you were in the previous exercise. So group number 1, you are going to answer question 1 and 2. And how many groups we were? We were 6. Well, in my mind, I was thinking that we were 5. What, am I crazy? 6. Well, that's okay. I hope that you don't mind. So, group number 1, you're going to answer question number 1. Group number 2, question number 2. Group number 3, question number 3. Group number 4, question number 4. And groups 5 and 6, you're going to answer question number 5. Okay? The idea, of course, as you can imagine, is that we already use present perfect continuous in the question. Now we're going to use present perfect continuous in the answer. We already have the example. How long has Fabio been living with his aunt? He's been living with his aunt since he came to London. So first, we can see the present perfect continuous, and now we are including since. So groups number 1, 2, 5, and 6, keep in mind that your answer should include 4. Groups 3 and 4, your answer has to include since, okay? Remember, guys, that we take as a point of reference the emails that we read that, well, you already analyzed in detail. So I really hope that you remember all the information. Okay. So, guys, is it clear?
Yes, Miss.
Very good.
Yes.
We're gonna do it. Perfect. We're gonna do it all here. I'm not going to send you to breakout rooms because we're about to finish. Remember the groups. We will share the answers and then we'll wrap up the session. Anyway, I'm gonna give you 4 minutes in case that you need to check the emails one more time. Let's start. Final activity of this first part of the session.
Teacher, we should be in a breakout rooms or not?
No, not really. No, because I only assigned one question. So I'm gonna choose like one member of group number 1 to answer question number 1 and so on.
Ah, okay.
Mhm. Okay. Let's check our final activity of the night. So the first question that we have already read, in this case was about Fabio, was how long has Fabio been working as an accountant? In group number 1, we have Karen Victoria, Manuela, Santiago, and Xiomara. Manuela, what's the answer for question number 1? In this case, the idea is to use 4 in the answer. Manuela?
Yes, teacher.
What about question number 1? Because you were in group number 1. So how long has Fabio been working as an accountant? These were the questions, right? So you were in group number 1. The idea was for you to answer question 1. Do you have the answer, Manuela?
No, teacher, I don't remember.
Okay. So in group number 1, we also had Santiago.
I have the answer.
Okay, Karen, yes, thank you.
How long has Fabio been working as accountant? He's been working as accountant for 2 years.
Very good. As an accountant, we always have to count in this case. Perfect. Thank you for saving group number 1, Karen. Very good. In group number 2, now we have only 2 participants, Sebastian. Question number 2 was, how long has Annika been renting her own flat? So the idea, Sebastian, was to use 4 in the answer. Sebastian? Marlon?
Teacher, for 2 years, Annika has been renting her own flat.
Okay, very good. We can start it like that, and it is perfect. Great.
Okay.
Question number 3 for group number 3. I'm going to expect the answer from Karen Juliet. The question was, how long has Annika been playing the piano?
She's been playing the piano since she was 3.
Since she was 3. Perfect. Very good. To finish, question number 4. How long has Liam been living in the UK? Catherine Alexandra.
Yes, Miss. Liam has been live in the UK since 2005.
2005.
Yes.
Very good. And question number 6, I'm going to ask from group number 5, Jessica. How long has Liam been working in computers? Jessica? Okay. So we need extra help from group number 6, Maria Vega. Now that Jessica didn't answer, how long has Liam been working in computers?
He's been working in computer for 10 years.
Okay, perfect, guys. That would be the end. Remember, let's feel more comfortable, you know, sharing ideas with these new tenses. You will see that eventually when we start B.1, 2, 3, well, B.1 basically, these tenses get more common. Guys, have a wonderful weekend and see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.